We are set to start once again. Got running around the corner.
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, on the KartCenter Campillos YouTube channel. You are watching the 30 hours of Karting Campillos. We are now, well, we've still got 18 hours to go. Myself and Chris Jimenez up here in the commentary box for what will be a 2-hour broadcast. We will then take a 1-hour break, and we will be back then for the halfway changeover when all 45 teams turn around and go the other way around this 1,580 meter circuit in the heart of Andalusia in Spain.
Hello everybody, here with Henry again. Hola a todos y a todas de nuevo. Estamos aquí en directo para seguir la retransmisión de estas 30 horas de Karting Campillos. Seguimos en este magnífico circuito, el más grande de Andalucía, 1580 metros de circuito para nuestros pilotos que están dándolo todo en la pista. 18 horas quedan para finalizar esta carrera de resistencia. Y bueno, Henry, ¿cómo va esa parrilla? How is going our guys in the driver?
Well, when you left us 2 hours ago, the reigning and defending champions, team number 1, Paquete's drivers, they were leading by over 1 minute from the second place team. And then 1 lap down in third position, trying to get back onto the lead lap, were Mold Racing. Well, Paquetes Racing are still leading, but, and it's a big but, their lead is now just 22 seconds over the Asphalt Knights, who earlier on had made a couple of quick pit stops, dropped down the order. They are now back into second position. And Nicholas Kruger for Mold Racing, he did get back onto the lead lap, and he is now just 1 second behind João Brites in the battle between Asphalt Knights and Mold Racing for P2. MRK Lions are fourth. They're 1 minute and 10 seconds off the lead. So 4 teams all have done 10 pit stops and still on the lead lap.
Pues como nos decía Henry, tenemos a los chicos de Paquetes Drivers encabezando de nuevo esta carrera, con Germán Sánchez a la cabeza. Le sigue muy cerca Joao Brites de Alpha Knights. Y muy seguidamente, solo un segundo después, tenemos a Niklas Kruger del equipo moldavo de Mold Racing. Está siendo una carrera intensa donde los segundos cuentan. Y, por ejemplo, hemos visto que nuestros chicos de Paquetes Drivers han superado bastante bien esa penalización que traían esta tarde con ellos. Así que seguimos aquí.
Now, when you left us, the evening sun was still setting. It has now been replaced by an ink black sky here on the hills of Andalusia. The olive gardens and the olive trees behind the circuit that surround the circuit are now invisible. You can just about make out the towering wind turbines that are flowing freely. But the track is floodlit. What are your thoughts about now looking at your first kart race at night, Chris?
Me pregunta Henry que, bueno, hemos cambiado el escenario y me preguntaba cómo lo veía ahora. Y es que acaba de caer la noche, ya el sol se ha retirado y nuestra escena es completamente diferente. Seguimos en la misma pista, pero no tienen nada que ver, a oscuras, con estos focos en la pista alumbrando a nuestros pilotos. ¿Qué me parece? Pues una escena increíble porque se vive de una forma completamente diferente desde aquí, al menos para nosotros. Imagino que para vosotros que estáis siguiéndolos es lo mismo, es algo completamente diferente. Lo que me gustaría saber es nuestros pilotos qué opinan, porque estoy segura de que algunos prefieren esa pista de día y otros la prefieren de noche. Quizás dentro de un rato bajamos a preguntar ¿qué tal va la pista de noche para ellos? Algunos seguro que agradecen que la temperatura haya bajado, porque no todos están acostumbrados a este calor que hace en Andalucía.
Now, you're looking on your screen at, oh, well, you were just looking at our race leaders. There he is going through turn number 1. The driver just behind him was getting a little bit out of shape as they head through. Well, in fact, no, the race leader is the second kart on our screen, getting a little bit out of shape in the final corner. Now, that is German Sanchez behind the wheel of the number 1 kart. And I'm just trying to see, they're chasing the MRT Frickus Boys team. So you're looking at the race leaders are the second kart on your screen now. And the Masters leading kart, there he is on your screen now. MRT Racing in kart 41. They've slipped down to 7th position. Jose Maria Servan Vega behind the wheel, but still they are, well, the Masters leaders are 7th overall. Second in Masters is the number 45 team, Bennett Karts. They're 15th and 3 laps behind the class leaders.
Pues Henry nos cuenta que la parrilla ha cambiado un poquito. En este caso seguimos teniendo ahora a los chicos de Paquetes Drivers en esa primera posición, pero nuestros chicos de MRT Freaky Boys, que estaban también muy cerquita de este liderazgo, han bajado al puesto 7. Tenemos también por detrás en la parrilla, en el puesto 15, a Benny Karts, que está solo a 3 vueltas de ellos. Los veíamos en pantalla muy cerquita unos de otros, justamente en la retransmisión en vivo.
Now we've had a change for second position. So as you watch German Sanchez trying to make his way through traffic, 20 seconds behind, Merled Racing, Nicholas Kruger. Now, this is interesting tactics from Merled Racing. So they've got 4 drivers, Nicholas Kruger, Maurice Czernico, then Octavian Lungu and Andre Boom. Andre Boom and Octavian Lungu haven't even driven yet. Nicholas Kruger, he's into his 6th hour behind the wheel. Maurice has done nearly 5 hours. Obviously, they're specialists at the track going anti-clockwise. Is it clockwise or anti-clockwise? Yeah, anti-clockwise. The other 2 drivers of the team are going clockwise, but they're closing in on the race leader. We'll try and pick them up on track. Kruger and the Asphalt Knights, they are currently coming into the final corner shortly. So if we pick up the action going down the start-finish straight, we can maybe see this second place battle. So the second place drivers are now going into turn number 1. Good battle between Kruger in the navy race suit with the white sleeves and of course the Asphalt Knights in their traditional Portuguese red and green.
Nos contaba Henry que hay aquí una estrategia que están haciendo los equipos, el equipo moldavo, que es curiosa porque algunos de sus miembros todavía no han pisado el circuito. Ya sabéis que a las 15 horas de circuito hacen un cambio de sentido. Algunos de nuestros pilotos, de nuestros equipos, la estrategia que van a seguir ha sido la de dejar en la recámara a algunos miembros para darlo todo después cuando hagan este cambio de sentido. También porque tras probar la pista en estos días, algunos se sienten un poco más cómodos en un lado o en otro. Entonces, veremos a ver qué pasa aquí porque está muy cerquita de Paquetes Drivers. Nicolás Kratger está intentando coger aquí a Germán Sánchez y podemos verlo en el circuito ahora mismo en vuestras pantallas.
Now the race leader is in traffic. You're looking at him going through turn number 2, down towards turn number 3 now, up the hill. Our race leader there, the 4th car in line. We're looking back now to see the number 10 car. There's Asphalt Knights there on your screen. Now they're in 3rd, and there is the 2nd and 3rd place battle on your screen now. So Nicholas Kruger, get used to looking at that race suit because you're not going to see it much in the second half. He is now in second position, and the gap is coming down. It's now less than 20 seconds. You can see that, Eva, we are now over 11 hours into this race. We have completed 479 laps, and we've got 3 teams separated by 20 seconds. And Kenneth Nason's in team number 18, that is the BKRT red team. No, that's sorry, the MRK Lions. He's closing in as well. He's got the gap down to the leader to just under 1 minute 10 seconds.
Nos explicaba Henry que tenemos aquí a los equipos con solo 20 segundos de diferencia entre ellos, por lo cual ver la parrilla está ahora mismo muy interesante. Tenemos también en tercer lugar al chico de Alpha Knights, a Joao Brites, muy cerca también de esta segunda y primera posición. Es decir, puede cambiar todo muy rápidamente en estos movimientos que están haciendo nuestros pilotos.
So, across the start-finish line goes Kruger. Now, we were talking earlier about how some drivers hunch down in the karts to, get a little bit of air over the NASA panel. Kruger, not doing that. He's not moving his body weight around at all. Every driver has a different driving style. He looks relaxed, and if we follow him now, he looks like he's hardly turning the steering wheel. He's making very small inputs. He's not sliding around trying to show off. He's looking very calm, collected, not moving around at all.
Cada conductor, cada piloto tiene su propio estilo de conducción. Nos estaba explicando aquí Henry que si nos fijamos en pantalla, a muchos de ellos los podemos ver pues aprovechar esas curvas, esas rectas, haciendo movimientos con su cuerpo para aprovechar la inercia. Pero sin embargo estamos viendo aquí a Niklas Kruger, que es un experto en el circuito y va muy relajado, no hace movimientos bruscos, o sea, va pues haciendo una conducción bastante más suave que sus compañeros, pero sin embargo ahí lo vemos apretar.
Now you can see here he comes, making short work of traffic. That's pushed him offline a little bit, going through turn 16. He's now going to try and get the momentum back. You can see the Asphalt Knights are right there as well. He gives that driver a little love tap. There goes Kruger, and he's got the gap down to 18 seconds. Now he's done 47 minutes in this stint. So he will have to pit before Germán Sánchez, but an incredible recovery from the number 1 team. 2-minute penalty. They now lead by 20 seconds.
Es increíble ver cómo Paquetes Driver, incluso con esa penalización que han tenido de 2 minutos, ahora mismo le saca por delante, encabezando este circuito, 20 segundos a los chicos moldavos. Entonces, espectacular trabajo de Germán Sánchez, de John del Valle y todos sus compañeros que han sabido superar esta penalización con, pues ya vemos, mucho éxito.
So, here we go. The race leader is crossing the start-finish line now. So the race leader is still got traffic in front of him, and Niklas Kruger, Mold Racing, you can see him coming through the downhill chicane at turn 15 and 16, and across the start-finish line. The Asphalt Knights, that Joao Brites, he's doing a smart thing. He's just sitting behind Kruger. He's following Kruger's lines. He's got to try and stay as close to Kruger as possible. So when we get to a slower kart, Nicholas Kruger will go to the inside, push the slower kart wide, and Brites has to be close enough to move through. Kruger opens the door, Brito walks through.
Nos está explicando aquí Henry que el chico de Alpha Knight, Joao Brites, está siguiendo muy cerquita a Niklas Kruger, intentando ver si su kart va en un momento dado un poquito más lento para hacer ese adelantamiento del que está pendiente Joao de Alpha Knights. Está muy cerca del uno del otro y está, pues eso, simplemente esperando que le abra la puerta y le dé paso el chico de Moldavia.
So there's Joao Brito going up the hill, towards turn number 10 now. And he will emerge back into view. There we go, now going downhill. So they're coming up to some slower traffic here. Let's see if I know what I'm talking about. So we'll watch Joao Brites. He has got to just stay right there with Kruger. He cannot let any slower karts get between himself. Oh, as I say that, Joao Brites comes into the pits. And the race leader is also in the pits. So we're going to have a new leader. It's going to be the Moldovan team, Merld Racing. Nicholas Kruger is about to, in fact, he's already taken the race lead.
Bueno, acabamos de ver que acaban de entrar tanto los chicos de Paquetes Drivers como Alpha Knight a ese pits, esa parada 11. Así que encabezando ahora tenemos el circuito a Nicholas Kruger, que se lo han dejado pues completamente libre para él. Pero recordamos, están haciendo su pits 11. La estrategia de Nicholas Kruger es seguir adelante. Todavía le quedan 20 pit stop por delante. Todo puede cambiar. Así que vamos a ver cómo queda la parrilla ahora después de este parón.
Now you can see there the kart on the right-hand side. That's the kart that Joao Brites has just stepped out of. Now, there's some tactics. And there's another one of those kart skins suits. Now, who would that be? Would that be, well, it could be, who's in the pits? Juan Sanchez in the pits. The Benick kart team in the pits. I have to try and see, but yeah, there's one of those skin-tight kart suits. Oh, and there are the Asphalt Knights.
Ya tenemos a nuestros tres chicos, vemos en pantalla en ese stop and go a los chicos de Alpha Knight, a Benny Carr también preparado para salir y también a nuestros chicos de Paquetes Driver. Y Nicholas Kruger ahí sigue encabezando, esperando a este trío que va a salir. Acaban de salir en pista.
So there goes, that was Paquetes Drivers going out. That is, who was that getting into the kart? It was Juan Sanchez getting into the kart. So Juan Sanchez has one of those very, very tight kart skins race suits on. And now Luis Duarte goes out. Luis Duarte. Oh, just. He was very close there.
Sí, ya sabéis que tienen que guardar religiosamente esos 2 minutos en ese stop and go para salir. Y parecía que había salido ahí en 1 minuto 59 segundos. Pero bueno, no, ha conseguido salir justo en esos 2 minutos, muy cerca de casi no superar ese crono. Pero ya los tenemos en pista, tanto a Juan Sánchez como a ver, ¿quién ha salido aquí? Aparte de Alpha Knight. Sí, a Luis Duarte. Luis Duarte ha sido nuestro chico que se ha quedado ahí a las puertas de salir en los 2 minutos.
So both Luis Duarte and Juan Sanchez, they went out exactly, their pit stop took exactly 2 minutes. Not 2 minutes and 1 second, 2 minutes.
No, 2 minutos clavados. Estos dos pilotos no han dejado escapar ni un segundo, pero se la han jugado bien, vaya.
If they had gone out 1 second earlier, there would have been a time penalty. And I'm not sure what the time penalty is, but it would have been at the next pit stop, they may have had to stop for an extra 10 seconds or an extra 20 seconds, something like that. Incredibly close.
Sí, es interesante estos juegos de tiempo que hacen nuestros pilotos, porque en caso de salir un segundo antes, se llevan 100% seguro una penalización para el siguiente pitch depende, ¿no? De la penalización de 10 segundos, 20 segundos, por una cosa así. Es decir, es jugársela, pero muy inteligentemente, si lo haces bien, vas ganando segundos perfectos para tu circuito.
So you're now looking on your screen, there's our new leader. So Kruger fighting his way through lapped traffic. Where is Nicholas on the track? Now he's got a lot of clean track in front of him, and he is 53 seconds in front of new second place team MRK Lions. So they have both made 10 pit stops, our 2 leaders, and then in third place, Paquetes Drivers, they've made 11 pit stops.
En este caso seguimos viendo en pantalla a Nicholas Kruger que, tiene la pista completamente limpia por delante, pero detrás sí que le siguen unos cuantos pilotos que están marcando el ritmo junto a él. Se ha puesto en segundo lugar ahora mismo los chicos de MRK Lions, pero también igual, tienen 10 paradas, 10 pit stops. Le quedan adelantar a esas 11 paradas que llevan sus compañeros de Paquetes Drivers y de Asphalt Knights.
There we go. Now, looking a little bit further down the order. So, Dennis Tansiora for the Burro 11 Need for Speed team. The number 35 car, they have moved back into third position. They're one lap behind the race leaders, and they're just in front of the Paquetes drivers team. So after their pit stop, Paquetes drivers and the Asphalt Knights have dropped to 4th and 5th, but there is now 20 seconds between the top, between Team 1 and Team 2.
Vemos también en tercera posición que ha entrado Denis Tansiura de Burro 11. Estos chicos ucranianos se ponen también en este top 3. Igual tienen que hacer un pit stop más para poder alcanzar el mismo número de paradas de Paquetes Drivers y Asphalt Knight. Pero ahí siguen apretando los chicos moldavos, MRK Lions y los ucranianos de Burro.
Now, I mean, just looking now, this is where we might see some very quick lap times. These 390cc four-stroke Honda engines, they like the cool evening air. Now, earlier on, you were complaining that you're a little bit cold. I'm thinking this is lovely. This is short and t-shirts weather for this Welshman. I mean, it's 10 o'clock at night, and it's a nice cool breeze in the air, but it's very pleasant.
Bueno, Henry y yo antes discutíamos sobre el tiempo porque evidentemente pues yo, que soy malagueña, me vengo aquí a Campillos y me entra un fresquito por la noche, nada más que se ha ido el sol, ya estaba muerta de frío, pero eso es para mí, que tengo la sangre caliente. Aquí estaban disfrutando tanto los pilotos que vienen de fuera como Henry, que estaba en su salsa con esa temperatura tan agradable para ellos, ese fresquito para mí, pero para ellos la temperatura perfecta después de este día de calor.
Well, I know some people don't know the luck they've got with. You should try living in Wales. Now, there is Kruger going into turn number 1. Again, all on his own. He has got clear track all around him. Can he improve the gap back to second to over 53 seconds? This is a really good opportunity. With so many karts on the circuit, it's very rare that you get 2, 3, 4 laps of no traffic. When you do get clear track, you have to capitalize on it, but because that clear track will become not clear very quickly, and if we have a little look up the road, coming into turn number 7, yes, many go-karts in front of Nicholas Kruger now.
Sí, estaba aquí comentándonos Henry que si nos fijamos en la pantalla, en ese live que estamos viendo, durante un ratito Niklas Kruger ha tenido la pista pues sin tráfico, solo para él. Nadie por delante, nadie por detrás, pero eso no dura mucho, es muy raro tenerlo más de 1 o 2 vueltas. Y efectivamente, al poco de estar ese ratito solo Niklas Kruger, ya se ha encontrado con ese tráfico delante del resto de equipos que están un poquito por detrás en la parrilla, pero que están ahí pues poniendo un poco de molestia en el tráfico por delante.
Right, let's have a butcher's hook at who's on the screen now. Now, there's kart number 47 at the head of this train. Let's have a look. Look, 47, that's our Czech friends. Choptrans Frenikart running in 30th position. It just occurred to me, Chris, that we haven't given a full rundown of the field. So maybe in English and Spanish, we'll give a full rundown of all 45 teams as we enter hour number 13. So we've done 12 hours. Now we've got another lot of hours to go. 12, how many hours? 18 to go. That's 12 plus 18 is 30, that's right.
13 hours. 13 horas llevamos ya en la pista. Bueno, no, 12 horas. Acabamos de empezar en la 18, 12 hours. 12 horas por detrás para ellos y para nosotros, que a veces se nos nota también aquí, ¿no? En lo que vamos comentando. En este caso veíamos antes en pantalla también a los checos que van en esa posición 30, recordándonos esas 30 horas que tenemos por delante.
So here we go then. I'll do 5, you do 5. And then we'll do 5 and 5 down at the bottom. So, first position, team number 10 from Moldova, Mold Racing. Second position, team number 18, MRK Lions from Belgium. Third position, team number 35, Buro 11 Need for Speed from Ukraine. Fourth position, Paquetes Drivers, team number 1 from Spain. And fifth position from Portugal, team 2, Asphalt Knights.
En la posición número 6 tenemos a escueladekart.com. En la posición número 7 tenemos a MRT Frikis Boys, nuestros chicos frikis. En Edge, los suizos están en la posición número 8. En la posición número 9, con Simon Straven a los mandos, tenemos al equipo número 22, BKRT Red. En la posición número 10, para cerrar este top 10, tenemos a WRW.
In position number 11 from France, Team 33, ASAC. In 12th position, the Haramafan Endurance Team from Spain. Track Limits Pro run in 13th position from France. And in 14th place from Spain, it's Kart number 14. That would be the PLK Endurance Team, LSK Motorsports from Spain at 15th.
Our guys, nuestros chicos de Sally's Old Boys están en la posición número 16. En la posición número 17, Track Limits Sport. Haramafan Racing en la posición número 18. Posición número 19 para nuestros españoles. El Kart número 45, encabezado por Juan José Cebria ahora mismo, para los chicos, este equipo español. Benny Karts. En la posición número 20 tenemos al Karts 32 con NRG Team.
In 21st position from France is team number 6, Track Limits by Storm. The LSK Racing Team, Kart number 4 from Spain, are in 22nd. From Denmark, Sally's run in 23rd position, while in 24th position it's team number 34 from Ukraine, and that would be the Need for Speed 7J team. The top 25 rounded out by Morocco's H3 Racing.
En la posición número 26 tenemos a mis amigos belgas de OKT Racing. BKRT Black también encabezando a este equipo belga en la posición 27. Posición 28 para esos daneses encabezados por Kent Christensen, el dorsal número 44. Están el equipo de Engines Auto Racing All Boys, Mold Racing Sport desde Moldavia, posición número 29. En la 30 tenemos a nuestros checos, a Choptrans Frentcar.
WRW Sports from Belarus in team 24, they run 31st. Northwest Karting from the United Kingdom, they run 32nd in kart number 29. Running in 33rd position, team number 3 from Spain, Javier Sanchez behind the wheel of the Go-Kart Ciudad Quesada team. Ares Racing from Switzerland in kart 46 are in 34th position, and MTF Racing, team number 9 from France, they run 35th.
En FS Legends, en la posición número 36, en la posición número 37, tenemos a estos españoles encabezados ahora mismo en el coche 25 por Ramsés Díaz. Los Go-Kart San Bernardo, Mandy Karting Team, están en la posición 38. Posición 39 para mis amigos Pic Ventolera y Vas Parat, posición 40. Los chicos del dorsal 28, que han tenido un pequeño problemita esta tarde, pero se ha subsanado fácilmente.
In 41st position from the United Kingdom, it's team number 30, HRS. And then in 42nd position, also from the United Kingdom, team number 48, KK Racing. Grieser Racing from Germany are in 43rd position. Titan Racing from Spain in Kart 27, our 44th. And rounding out our field in Kart number 49, they're 24 laps down, but they're still plugging away from Spain. It's the Amelia Racing team, and that is all 45 teams as they run in a combination of perfectly spoken Spanish and badly spoken English.
45 equipazos, nada más y nada menos tenemos en esta parrilla que os acabamos de narrar. Más de 200 pilotos en nuestro circuito, en nuestras pistas. Está siendo una carrera de resistencia brillante y la estamos disfrutando aquí pues de una forma muy internacional, tanto en inglés como en español. Esto me recuerda a mí a cuando veía de pequeña Eurovisión. Remembers me Eurovision kind with my family.
Eurovision song. The flags. Well, I have to say, the judging panel from the UK awards Spain 10 points for pronunciation. Henry gets 0 points.
Bienvenue, mon ami.
Yeah, I shouldn't really admit to watching Eurovision, but it was a lot better back in the day, I swear, honestly.
Demasiado ya. Aparte de Eurovisión y otras cositas, mejor enfocarnos en lo que tenemos por delante, que bastante trabajo es ya. Tenemos un circuito maravilloso al que estar atentos y nuestros chicos siguen dándolo todo ahí dentro en la pista.
I know. Well, this is, 14 different nations. We've got over 200 drivers here. Now, every single one of the 45 teams have got a minimum of 4 drivers. I would say there are 30 teams have got 5 drivers. Probably a dozen teams have got 6 drivers. And 3 teams have got 7 drivers. Now, you know, if you're a team of 4, then obviously you're going to be getting less rest. You're going to be doing more, 8. You're going to be doing about 7 hours, 7.5 hours each, roughly. That's a lot of physical preparation.
Pues así es. Y venía comentando Henry que en este caso tenemos varios equipos que participan con un mínimo de 4 pilotos, que es el mínimo con el que pueden participar aquí, y tenemos equipos de hasta 7 pilotos, en este caso son 2-3 de ellos. Si obviamente un equipo tiene 5, 6, 7 pilotos, puede descansar un poco más que esos equipos que tienen 4 kilómetros. No obstante, ahí vemos por ejemplo a los chicos moldavos, encabezados ahora mismo en el circuito por Niklas Krutger, que tienen 4 miembros, 4 pilotos corriendo en este circuito. Así que la estrategia que hacen es completamente diferente seguramente a la estrategia que tienen nuestros chicos de Go-Kart Ciudadela Quesada, por ejemplo, con 7 miembros en su equipo.
Now, I'm trying to catch the number of the kart we're watching on screen right now. I think that is our third place kart. That is Juan Sanchez. Yes, it is. So Juan Sanchez is in the number 1 kart at the front, the first of these 2 karts on your screen now. He's got the yellow crash helmet with the blue stripes. And behind Juan Sanchez, that is Denis Tantsiura from Ukraine in the Buro 11 Need for Speed. So this on your screen now is the battle for 3rd and 4th position. They are 1 lap behind the race leaders, but Paquetes drivers, they've made 11 pit stops. So Buro Need for Speed in the white crash helmet, they've only made 10. So that's good for Paquetes drivers.
Tenemos ahora mismo en pantalla, podéis ver ahí con ese casco amarillo a Juan Sánchez de Paquetes Driver. Muy seguidito del compañero de Ucrania del equipo Buros, Denis Tantsiura. Lo que sí podemos percibir es que Juan sí que lleva, o el equipo de Paquetes Driver llevan 11 paradas, 11 pit stop, y por desgracia Buro 11 tiene una parada por detrás, así que eso es buena noticia para Juan Sánchez en este caso, que aunque le siga ahí muy de cerca, van en cabeza con esas paradas que tienen que hacer.
Now will we see Buro 11 Need for Speed make a move going into turn number 1? No, we won't. Now, for the anoraks amongst you, the crash helmet design being used there by Juan Sanchez. Now, even though Juan is Spanish, if you replace, now I tell you what, if you replace the yellow with white, that crash helmet design is very, very reminiscent of Riccardo Patrese Formula One helmet back in the 1980s and 1990s. But I don't expect you to know that. But for sad anoraks like myself, yeah, that does look like a Riccardo Patrese design crash helmet, but with the whites replaced by bright yellow.
Bueno, Henry aquí nos estaba dando un poquito de explicaciones sobre los outfits de nuestros chicos. Yo no he podido coger mucho, la verdad, pero es que obviamente Henry lleva aquí mucho lidiado y muchas carreras a sus espaldas.
Yes, I am old enough to remember watching Formula One in the 1980s. Now, we haven't had any penalties recently. However, while we were away, team number 28, kart number 28, let me just quickly get my spectacles out. That is the, let's have a little look. The Titan, no, it was Vasparat. Vasparat. Now, they had a technical failure with one of their karts out on circuit. The kart had to be brought in. They've actually been given a 15-second bonus. Their next pit stop was only 1 minute 45 seconds to make up for the fact that there was a technical problem with one of their go-karts. But consider this, there are 60 go-karts here. The teams are revolving, that's one technical failure in the first 12 plus hours. That's very good. And I'll touch wood now. Touch wood.
Toquemos madera porque está hablando Henry aquí de los fallos mecánicos que solo ha habido en estas 12 horas un fallo. Solo uno. Es algo increíble con estos karts, estos rental karts que están yendo increíble en este circuito.
Yeah, one mechanical failure and 0 accidents. No accidents.
Muy importante también.
So we'll touch wood again to hope that we haven't put
toquemos madera.
Now, in triathlon and CrossFit, is there a saying known as the curse of the commentator? Have you heard of the curse of the commentator? No. So, in motor racing, the curse of the commentator, just as you're saying how wonderful a certain team or driver is doing, they have a breakdown or they crash or something like that. So I hope we haven't put the curse of the commentator on our drivers here.
Bueno, en este caso los chicos, como veníamos diciendo, el equipo con el dorsal número 28, los chicos de Vaspartat, han tenido un fallo mecánico esta tarde. Se ha resuelto y le van a dar en su siguiente pit, creo que son 15 segundos de adelantamiento de ese bonus para poder salir antes a pista.
Now, let's have a look who we're catching up with on our screens here. Trying to see, again, seeing the numbers on the karts are just a little bit harder. What we're going to try and do, we'll follow the karts as they come across the line. That's the number 34 kart at the header. So there we are, the white crash helmet. That is kart number 34 going into turn number 1. And kart number 34, that is the NFS Need for Speed 7J team. So we're looking at the battle for 26th and 27th position. So on our screens now, this is the fight for 26th and 27th between Need for Speed 7J and Chobtrans Frenikart from the Czech Republic. Frenikart have got Ivo Polasek behind the wheel, and Igor Kozakov is behind the wheel of kart 34.
En vuestras pantallas podéis ver ahora una batalla que se estaba librando entre los puestos 26 y 27. El puesto 27, en este caso, está liderado ahora mismo por los checos Chobtrans Frenkart. Y el puesto 26 por NF Speed, también esos chicos de Ucrania por Igor Kozakov e Ivo Polasek. Esa batalla entre los dos que veíamos en pantalla.
Now, we've been up here now for the last 45 minutes, bringing you the action on track. Now it's 10:15 on a Saturday night. Why don't we go out and speak to some of the drivers very shortly out in the paddock area to see how some of the best rental kart drivers and leisure kart drivers, how do you spend a nice Saturday night at the races? That sound good to you?
Sí, sí, sí. Creo que vamos a salir a dar una vuelta afuera para ver en los boxes de los teams qué tal están viviendo esta maravillosa noche de sábado aquí en el circuito de Campillos. Bueno, antes de subirnos aquí de nuevo para hacer la retransmisión en directo, estaba viendo un ambiente muy peculiar, la gente en comunidad, pasándolo bien con ese fondo tan maravilloso del circuito corriendo. Así que vamos a bajarnos y vamos a disfrutarlo con ellos y a enseñaros también en la retransmisión para que podáis verlo y vivirlo con ellos en directo.
So, as the race leaders complete 500 laps and head into the pits, Luis, get the handy cam out, get your back ready. We're going to go and speak to the paddock. We'll be back very shortly. And when we return, the new race leaders will be the MRK Lions team from Belgium. See you in a minute.
Y bueno, estamos aquí de nuevo, nos hemos bajado a las tiendas, a los boxes, para seguir pues en directo cómo están viviendo nuestros pilotos y sus equipos esto desde dentro. Nos encontramos aquí con el equipo francés MTF Racing y tenemos aquí a uno de sus chicos que nos va a dar pues unas píldoras de cómo va la noche. Hello, how are you? How is going everything?
I'm feeling good, a little tired, and for the moment we are in a very, very complicated situation. First classment, I think, is dead. Now we try to be the best personally, and everyone tried to progress for himself.
Do you maybe make before some stints? How many stints do you think you are going to make this night? Laps? How many
Laps? Me, I'm going back for the change. I'm going at 1 o'clock, and I think 1 hour and 10 minutes. So how many in laps? I don't know, but that.
But you're running 33rd, P33 altogether. You're going to be in the kart when we do the changeover.
Yes.
Is that right? So is that something that you are looking forward to, going one way and then suddenly you have to start going the other way?
I'm coming on the track a little bit.
it's okay.
Sorry.
Say in French, in français. Before, yeah.
Before the change tense. So, and after I finish my run, and after I'm going to be my best.
Of course you are going to do it. Keep rest and relax your last stint later. Well, we continue the rounds here with the other teams. Thank you for participating with us. Enjoy your night.
Thank you.
Yeah, you can see there just behind us. You've got the camp bed for the drivers to lay down. Just at the back of the tent, there's a full 3-seater sofa for the drivers to relax. You've got hot food. You've got all the things to keep the drivers hydrated, fed, plenty of water. Of course, being French, because you've got a charcuterie board by here. Staying classy, of course, and yeah. There's people sort of resting back here. It's nice and warm. This is the life. We wanted to know what a Saturday night, if you're a racing driver, doing one of these events looks like. Well, here it is. Food, of course, fromage, the cheese, a toasty maker. It's not a Breville, so no plans there. But then the charcuterie board, being very cultured, very French indeed. And up here, this is the business part of the awning. This is where tactics, we're not going to show any team there. But that's just one of 45 of these tents.
Bueno, tal y como Henry ha explicado y como habéis visto, aquí los chicos han armado un despliegue increíble. En este caso tenemos pues algunos boxes, algunos teams un poquito más recatados y otros que, como veis, tienen hasta sofá, tienen tostadoras, cafeteras, lo tienen todo preparado para poder seguir la noche sin ningún tipo de problema.
Now, let's move on. Mold racing, they have been in the thick of the action all the way through, and still 2 of their drivers haven't even gone on the track yet. Well, now one of them has. Andre Baum is now making his very first stint. Mold Racing, they are in 3rd position, 1 minute 15 behind the race leaders.
Nos explica Henry que en este caso tenemos aquí a mi derecha los chicos de Mold Racing, los moldados. Bueno, es interesante saber que este equipo de 4, de momento solamente 2 de sus integrantes han estado haciendo el circuito. Acaba de empezar su tercer integrante por primera vez a participar en este circuito con su primera vuelta. Y así tenemos seguro para esta noche y para el rato su cuarto conductor aquí preparado seguro para a empezar también a darle caña al asunto. Bueno, dejo a Henry que se explaye un poco.
Okay, Morris. Now,
Yeah.
first of all, Morris, your surname, your second name
Yeah.
is Zimkovic. No,
Sanico.
Zenico. Zenico. I was getting it right.
Yeah.
So this is the driver at the start of the race. I think at the end of the first 2 hours,
Yeah.
you were fifth, and
Yeah.
then you caught up the top four,
Yeah.
moved into the race lead. That was a really good drive. How much driving have you done so far, and how much are you going to do in the second half?
I'm currently at 5.5 hours.
Yes?
So the plan for the first half of the race was only me and Niklas Kruger driving, and it worked out quite well. We're currently fighting with Asphalt Knights for P2 in the ranking because MRK, who's currently in the lead, has one pit stop less. Niklas is the guy who's faster, but in the beginning when I took the lead, I had a really strong kart, so that's why I had the chance. I felt really strong in practice doing the reverse direction, the anti-clockwise direction, so that's why I decided to do that a lot. Now Andy Böhm has taken the kart, and well, he's the guy who needs to do a bit of both.
Okay.
And yeah, I will only do about 30 minutes to get to my 6 hours, which is my minimum time.
Yes.
So yeah, a bit of time to relax now.
A little bit of time to relax. Octavian, where's the team? Where's Octavian?
He's currently in the car sleeping.
So, he hasn't been out in the go-kart yet, and he's already sleeping.
Yeah, the reason is he's the heaviest guy in the team. He has about 92 kilos, and the problem is with the anti-clockwise direction, you have that sharp turn going up the hill.
Yes.
So he has trouble with his higher weight going up that hill. So that's why we've decided to only let him drive clockwise, so he doesn't have the problem with his weight.
Okay, well, again, brutally honest, but that is what these teams have to think about. Octavian, he's a bigger guy, 92 kilos. All the best people are about 92 kilos in weight. I would say that, But yeah, because this track is so undulating, ups and downs, that one corner going uphill, you've seen it coming at the top of the circuit, turn number 10, you come down and then you turn sharply uphill again. When you're carrying a bit of extra weight, the go-kart is a little bit slower, and that does make a difference, doesn't it?
Yeah.
So he's going to do a lot of going downhill.
Yeah.
If he was a downhill skier or a bobsled rider, he'd be amazing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But he isn't. He's a go-kart driver.
Oh, I know. There we go. Is everyone happy? I mean, you've got two teams next to each other. Is the vibe, the atmosphere good?
And the vibe overall is quite good, especially in team number 1 because we're currently in a very good position. The vibe in team 2 was a bit varying. They had the big penalty earlier because one of the guys didn't see the guys calling him up and his headset didn't work. So that's why he got 3 minutes overtime and got a 2-minute penalty, which cost them a lot of time. And
they're running down in 30th position at the moment.
And they have the same problem as we have with Octavian, with Yen, who hasn't driven as well in the second team. And I think he's at 98 kilos, so he's even heavier. So that's why he's only doing the clockwise direction as well.
Chris, if you were ever thinking of going into personal training, CrossFit athlete, you've got two clients, Octavian and the other guy, who are ready to... You could earn a bit of money here.
I can put a little bit of burpees to them, and maybe they can be fitters to the next circuit.
Next year, they'd be 82 and 88 kilos.
Yes.
And then it'd be even better.
Yeah, let's see. I think both of them are quite big. I mean, Jan is here in the background. He's quite a tall guy, and they don't have it easy. Especially when we're racing in Germany, most of the races are at 90 kilos because the Germans are a bit bigger normally than the Spaniards.
Yes.
But here in Spain, it's always kind of a penalty for them. In Germany, we sometimes even have races that have a heavy stint, where you have to do like 6 hours on a weight of 95 kilos. So then they don't have that big of a difference.
Henry, the problem, the issue is not the weight. The issue is just the country.
Yeah, it is, olive oil and paella in Spain. bratwurst and butter in Germany. Okay, thank you very much, Maurice.
Yeah.
Good luck.
Yeah, thank you as well. And then, have a fun night watching the race. And
Yes, of course.
we'll probably meet each other again during the race.
Yes, sure.
I think so.
Thank you,
Thank you.
Junior Knight.
Yeah.
Bueno, para los hispanos, ¿no? Estos chicos han marcado una estrategia muy inteligentemente. Por ejemplo, nos contaba que tienen a Octavio, uno de sus integrantes, que no es que sea un chico pesado, es simplemente un chico grande, pesa 90 kilos y entonces, dependiendo de cómo se haga el sentido de la pista, puede penalizarle un poco o no el ser un poquito más fuerte, ¿no? Por así decirlo. Entonces, la estrategia es que básicamente este chico hace un sentido y el resto de los integrantes van a hacer el otro. Es una estrategia, otra de tantas que eligen nuestros competidores este fin de semana.
Yeah, it's a problem. How about we go now? The Harama fan teams. Now, there's nobody in those tents at the moment. On the track, MRK Lions are still leading. Now, where are MRK Lions? I think the Belgians were up here. Should we have a slow wander over to try and speak to our race leaders, or maybe we'll walk backwards, because it's one thing you learn doing a lot of this stuff online with motorsport is you have to walk backwards. You've got to learn how to walk backwards very good, because nobody wants to see the back. Nobody wants to see the back of me. Put it that way. Right.
Yes. Siempre frente a la cámara para que no tengáis que vernos las espaldas. Tenemos a Luis un poco explotado con ese pedazo de cámara andando tras nosotros. Vamos a ver si los belgas, si los chicos belgas están por ahí para recibirnos y contaros un poco de cómo están viviendo ellos esto. Creo que están ahí en esa tercera tienda.
We'll have a little wander in here.
Vamos allá.
Some of the Belgian teams. Well, there's the Bennett Kart team. They are one of the masters. He's just going that way. Mr. Bennett Kart, come back this way.
Vente por aquí.
There we go. Right, there. A Spaniard for you to talk to.
Bueno, te tienen aquí fichado, no te escapas, ¿eh?
Muy bien.
Cuéntanos, ¿qué tal está yendo la carrera para vosotros?
Pues bien, la verdad es que bastante bien.
Contento, ¿no?
Sí, nosotros además competimos en la Masters, creo que vamos segundos. Habíamos venido para ganarla, pero nos hemos dado cuenta que MRT tenía muy buen equipo.
Sí.
Y van primero, sí.
Hemos estado hablando con ellos antes y es que este año se han propuesto adelantar a todo el mundo, nos han dicho, no solamente quedarse con la primera clasificación de los Masters. Bueno, es un equipo fuerte, un equipo que otros años ha liderado también, entonces estáis haciendo igualmente un buen trabajo dentro del circuito.
Así es.
¿Cómo se presenta la noche? ¿Cómo se presenta ese cambio horario que tenemos por delante?
Muy duro. Cuando te despiertan a las 4 de la mañana y te dicen, después de 2 horitas habiendo dormido, oye, que tienes que coger el kart, dices, ¿cómo? Si no he dormido nada. Venga, que te toca, vístete, te haces un café rápido, la verdad es que es duro.
Ya, se nota la fatiga.
Se nota mucho la fatiga, ya llevas algunas horas. Yo ahora, por ejemplo, llevo 3 horitas y pico. Y luego, bueno, justamente nuestro equipo encima somos de 4, con lo cual tenemos que hacer unas 7 horas y pico cada piloto. Es un poco más duro, sí.
Hemos estado hablando con los chicos de Moldavia y precisamente nos explicaban cómo han hecho la estrategia. O sea, se han inmolado, van a hacer 2 todo el rato un sentido, 2 todo el rato el otro sentido. Bueno, es una estrategia entre tantas otras. ¿Cómo os lo habéis distribuido vosotros?
Pues nosotros, bueno, es parecido a lo que han hecho ellos, no es exactamente igual. Creo que lo que hacen es lo más inteligente, es tener 2 pilotos que se centren a nivel de entrenamientos en un sentido y otros 2 en otro sentido, o sea que creo que es lo más eficiente. Nosotros, ¿cómo lo hemos hecho? Pues nosotros lo que hacemos es, para intentar descansar más, hacemos pareja, somos 4 y entonces hacemos un compañero y yo, un compañero y yo, y hacemos uno sí, uno no, hacemos 3 stints seguidos. Bueno, 3 stints alternados, de forma que hacemos 6 stints, de forma que agrupamos 6 horas y luego tenemos 6 horas para descansar. De hecho, yo me voy a descansar ahora.
Te pillamos justo en ese descanso, ¿no?
Justo me iba a la caravana que tenemos ahí a descansar un rato,
bien,
pero bueno,
bien.
tengo 5 minutos, por supuesto.
Bueno, no, yo te lo agradezco, seguro que nuestros chicos detrás de la pantalla lo agradecen también. ¿Quién se va a quedar a hacer ese cambio de sentido?
Vale, lo va a hacer nuestro piloto estrella, Mario Santos, 3 veces campeón de España y,
Wow.
en fin. Toda una garantía que lo haga él.
Toda una garantía,
Sí,
un gran piloto al nivel de estas pistas. Bueno, grandísimo equipo y muchísimas gracias por atendernos antes de tu descanso.
Muy bien, a vosotros.
Gracias.
So they're 15th place overall, second in the Masters class. So there's the Masters leaders. Now,
Y nos contaba, un equipo de 4. Ya vemos por aquí la dificultad que tienen estos equipos también para hacer las estrategias y descansar. 4 members team.
Yes.
A lot of hours in the circuit doing the job.
And I've got to say, for someone, I don't know if it was just me, he smelled really good. For somebody that's been driving for so long, he smelled really good.
No. I think some kind of magic in this body, maybe a little bit of
Wow.
perfume, maybe a shower, I don't know.
I think there are shower facilities here, but no go-kart racer should smell that good after 15 hours of racing. Because we don't smell that good.
No,
and we're
llevamos
not even
muchas horas
driving.
trabajando. Menos mal que no tenemos olor a través de la pantalla porque, bueno, en
Anyway,
fin.
calm yourself now. Calm
No
yourself.
pasa nada, no
Okay,
pasa
let's go on. So that's the very, that's the very good spelling Bennett kart team and the very quick Bennett kart
Sí,
team
así es.
as well.
Un gran equipo muy rápido, Kart.
Yeah, now, so we got the race leaders, so it's still MRK Lions leading by 56 seconds over the Paquetes drivers team. And, BRKT, they have been up there as well. Now, they are currently, Maxime Di Matteo is down in 9th position, but BRKT Red. Let's go and have a chat with some of the Belgians.
También conocidos estos belgas, a los que vamos a ver si pillamos por aquí. Yo creo que sí, que los pillamos. A ver a quién encontramos por aquí.
Now, here's a team that look hard at work. We'll go and we'll break in here now. Look at this. Already you can see our
Mira,
arrival.
cómo salen todos corriendo. Creo que no les gusta la cámara.
Strauben's gone already. Strauben's made out the back of the tent. Let's have a look round here. Now, I tell you what, whilst this man here, whilst Mr. De Haske is preparing for his interview, let's have a... Strauben, get back here. Now, let's have a look. Snack game. Snacks are very important.
No.
Mikados, I would rate them a solid 7.5 out of 10. I'm not quite sure. Let's have a look at these. Ooh, the Principe crème de chocolate biscuits. I don't know. For me, that's only a 6 out of 10 on the snack game.
Maybe not for us, but for them, I think is the energy that they need to continue.
Well, now we're going to summon all our energy now to have a great interview. Tell Chris how your day's going. Right.
No words.
No words. He's got plenty of words over there because he's Let me guess. I don't speak English. Well, it's okay. Chris can speak loads of languages.
Un petit peu français. Moi, pas parler anglais.
Aquí nuestro amigo, dependiendo del idioma en el que le hablemos, tiene más energía o menos. Cuéntanos un poco. Tell us about your day here.
Yes.
Yes. Bueno, como vemos, no están muy habladores aquí nuestros pilotos. Están en el descanso y me imagino que con el estómago lleno de galletas príncipe, así que vamos a seguir. Podemos ver el despliegue que tiene de cascos customizados. Esto a nosotros nos viene muy bien para seguirlos desde arriba. I tell the people that these kind of colors are the best for us to follow the drivers.
Exactly. A bright, shiny crash helmet, although this is a matte red Bell crash helmet design. This is Logan Paul's crash helmet, not that Logan Paul, the other Logan Paul. And Aurelian Vasilia, again with a pretty in pink as well. It gives you an idea. Just look at the finishing touches on some of these crash helmets there. They're a driver's identity, and the drivers take an awful lot of pride in just getting every little tiny detail and shade and artwork. It's very, very smart indeed.
Como vemos, son cascos muy personalizados, son su seña de identidad de estos pilotos. También los vemos aquí trabajando, están muy concentrados ahí con los pilotos en pista.
Well, we shall leave Matthew De Haske and his team to have a look. They're obviously looking at, it's either the timing screen or something that they shouldn't be looking at, one of the two. Let's have a look, Luis. We'll soon find out if it's Tinder.
Cambia corriendo la pantalla, a ver qué sale por ahí.
No. He's looking. No, they're very good. Nice beard game though. Not a bad beard game. Best beards in the paddock so far. You know, yeah, not too bad. Right. Should we move on?
Vamos a seguir a ver qué encontramos por aquí. Vamos a seguir con el resto de equipos. Evidentemente, como ya estamos viendo, a estas horas están todos en sus tiendas o muy cerca del circuito, pendientes de ese cambio de horario que vamos a tener en breve. Queda todavía un poquito de recorrido y tenemos por aquí, bueno, los chicos de San Bernardo hemos bajado antes y tampoco estaban. Creo que están muy atentos a animar a los compañeros en pista. Por allí tenemos más chicos de Bélgica. Tenemos a los grandes de MRK Lions y también a OKT Racing. A lo mejor podemos pillar a alguno de ellos.
So our race leaders, MRK Lions. Now we've got to be very quiet now because someone's asleep.
Amigo. Vamos a ir tranquilamente. Aquí vemos en directo cómo descansan nuestros pilotos. Evidentemente, después del cansancio de todo el día, los pobres duermen en cualquier sitio.
Right, we'll speak to Kenneth Nations. Kenneth, well, first of all, who is Sleeping Beauty in there?
It's Benjamin Kuivers.
That's Benjamin Kuivers sleeping away in there.
He's dreaming about good cards.
He's dreaming. Now, you've just dropped back to 4th place. You've just made a pit stop. Who's out there for you now? It is Louise.
Yes.
Is out there for you now. 4th overall. I'm just looking to see how many pit stops you've done. So you've done 11 pit stops, and you're still on the lead lap.
Yeah.
It's where you want to be.
Yeah, for sure. But if you count 2 minutes, Paquetes had already from penalty. It's a lot we lost. So we will see what the rest of the race will bring to us, and we hope for another good card. So
yes.
We will see.
Now, just off camera, there's one of the Louise Brown fan clubs, so she's going to come in now.
It's her sister.
So this is Louise's.
It's up to her for the moment because she's our team leader.
So the team leader. So here we go. You've got off goes Kenneth. Let's speak to you. We won't. I'm gonna jump on Benjamin's bed in a minute. Is that
my boyfriend?
That's your boyfriend. Do you mind if I jump on his bed and wake him up, or do you think they'll be angry? No. So first of all, team manager. You're here. You've got your sister racing. You know. Tell us a little bit about the team and how you're managing the team.
It's a young team because it's since 5 years we drive together. She's very, very not very young, but she's young and she's the only girl with a world with a lot of men. So the management of this team is a little bit different.
Mm-hmm.
But we do our best, and it's work for the moment, so it's good.
And I was wondering, of the 45 teams here, how many female team managers are there?
I don't know.
I think maybe
just one. That is your team, maybe. I think.
Okay.
This is a serious question. Oh, please. Don't get upset now. I'm going to ask a question. What's the difference, do you think, between how a man would manage a race team like this and how you manage the team? Everyone's got, but it's all adrenaline and excitement and testosterone and rah rah rah. What is the difference? What do you think you bring that is different to team management? You're doing a fantastic job considering you have been leading the race. Is there a difference between, you've seen people running around and charging back and forth all the time. Do you take a different approach?
I think it's not a different approach. Normally we think that women are more temperate, more calm, but it's not that. I'm a little bit nervous, very, very nervous, and I think it's more... I don't know the word in English, but it's more on the line and everything.
In order, logistic, organised.
Yes, organised.
Organised, yes. There we go.
But in fact, we can lead the things, we can manage our teams in the same way that the men do it. Just is another kind of sport, maybe another kind of work, but it's the same for us.
Yes, it's the same.
Okay,
Woman can do that.
Then you are going here to demonstrate that it's true. Doesn't care if it's a woman or a man, but you are rolling in.
Yeah, no.
Congratulations, by the way.
Yeah, it was, and that wasn't meant as any sort of male question. It was just a genuine thing, because obviously in this sport, you've been around the sport for a long time. I've been around the sport for a long time. You know, there are differences. You see the way that, like, again, organised, calm, everything in order against the frantic sort of uptight, charging around. There are times where that you've really got to motivate your team and really come on, get going. And there are times where you've just got to sort of calm them down and say, listen, do this, do that, do this. There are times where both approaches could work.
Well, we can find the same, because sometimes we can scream and say the themes equally.
And I know this very well.
Come on to the other team.
Yeah, let's go.
Come on, guys.
Thank you very much. And we'll let Benjamin sleep.
Good dreams, Benjamin. He's going to have a very good remember when he's going
he's
to
gonna wake
up and see these images in the internet. A lot of memes for him, I hope.
Now, on the track, the Asphalt Knights have retaken the lead. They are just 0.6 of a second in front of Mould Racing. MRK Lions are third, and Borough 11 NFS are fourth. We got another 8 minutes to have a little wander around here. So one more team. Pick a team. There's a pig showing its bottom to you by there. I think
bueno, nos contaba aquí Henry que tenemos a Alpha Knights liderando ahora mismo el circuito, pero vamos a seguir dando una vuelta por aquí. Y tenemos a Pig Ventolera llamándonos. Tienen a su mascota enseñando la patita, por así decirlo. Si enfocas hacia allí, Luis, mira, es que no pueden evitarlo. Tienen ganas de cachondeo estos chicos. Vamos a ir a hablar con Pig. Buenas. A ver, ¿con quién hablamos? ¿Con el líder del equipo por aquí abajo?
Me llamo Josep.
No swearing.
A estas horas creo que vamos delirando ya un poco, ¿no? Con el cansancio del día.
En la carrera de casa ya se va notando.
Ay, claro.
Como si fuera solo de... Tienes un escalofrío.
Ay, mira cómo están los chicos, ya con escalofrío, chuches, aquí pasándolo bien.
Es que nos ha dado nuestro patrocinador, Kiosco El Camino de Málaga, una caja de chucherías y vamos a tope de azúcar.
Claro, una de las estrategias que tienen nuestros equipos para mantener la energía durante toda la carrera es ponerse hasta arriba del azúcar, lo están demostrando por aquí. Teníamos antes una duda, ¿de dónde viene el nombre de Pig Ventolera?
Bueno, el nombre de Pig viene de lo que es el equipo, con la mascota del cerdo, y Ventolera viene de Ventolera Canaria, que es la empresa del que formó todo esto. O sea, esto sí es en serio, esto sí es verdad, pero viene de eso, ¿no? Del jefe de equipo, que fue el que organizó todo esto a través de internet, porque ya te digo, yo soy de Málaga, él es de Guadalajara, otro de Madrid, aquí somos gente de toda España, y nos juntamos un poco todos donde suele ir saliendo, y en fin, y hacemos un poco de comunidad.
Otra cosa maravillosa que tiene este deporte, que ya hemos visto también en otros equipos, que al final une a mucha gente de diferentes sitios y se crea comunidad, se hace comunidad. Yo lo que quería saber era el Pig. ¿Por qué cerdo? ¿Por qué habéis escogido esa mascota?
Eso ya habría que preguntarle al jefe del equipo,
la cabeza pensante,
y ahora mismo está rodando. Que bueno, cabezas pensantes aquí no hay muchas, pero... Está un poco alterado.
Behave yourself with those trotters, or else you'll be a bacon sandwich by the end of this race.
No, hombre, no, que se lo quieren comer, Arturo.
No.
No, que lo conseguimos esta semana en Por Aventura y ha venido de Barcelona a Campillos directamente.
Nada, también lleva un montón de kilómetros tras de sí este cerdito.
El cerdo viaja más que nosotros.
Y bueno, tenemos aquí uno de los pilotos preparados con su radiotransmisor. ¿Qué nos puedes contar también aquí dentro del equipo?
Pues que salgo en 20 minutos y que no se me da bien hablar en directo, no voy a mentir.
Cuéntaselo, que te voy a correr toda la noche.
Sí, yo y un compañero vamos a hacer toda la noche, ya que aquí a estos individuos les gusta más dormir. Y alguien tendrá que trasnochar y llevar esa carga a la espalda. Qué remedio.
Esa es la estrategia que lleváis, ¿no? Mientras la mitad del equipo duerme, entre dos os vais a encargar de ese circuito a contrarreloj que vamos a tener dentro de un rato.
Si quieres llamarlo estrategia, sí.
See, poor Carlos Martin here walks out of the tent. He's actually doing a go-kart race here. He's got the headphones on, and then he sees there's the rest of his team waving around with a pig, and it's
También ayuda, hombre, no hace lo suyo.
The team, they're running 38 at the moment. It's all about fun, you know. You may not win the race, but you're going to win for the team that has the most fun and has the best mascot.
Toda la razón del mundo.
Yeah, it's all about that. One of the members of the team is here to race anyway. The others, I'm not quite sure what they're here to do, but yeah.
Son los comediantes que mantienen la moral arriba y el espíritu arriba.
Hostia, como no nos riamos al menos. Vamos.
Totalmente.
Hombre, alguien tendrá que rellenar las parrillas, ¿no? No vendremos aquí todos con la vitola de ganar y ya está.
No, por supuesto.
Alguien tendrá que venir a pasárselo bien y a disfrutar.
Pues ya lo están demostrando los chicos de Pic Ventolera, que se lo están pasando bien, que da igual, aquí tenemos la mascota, nos la vamos a llevar de recuerdo, lo van a tener que guardar bien, si no puede que les hagan patitas de verdad. Y seguimos por aquí con los chicos de Titan Race, están cansados también, creo que están aquí la familia, y tenemos a una de sus pilotos por aquí. ¿Qué tal? ¿Cómo mantenemos el espíritu a estas horas ya?
Tomando el sol.
Tomando el sol nuestros chicos por aquí.
Titan Racing, they're running 44th overall, so we're a little far down. Now this was the team earlier on where we spoke to them, and there was one of the young members of the team was reading her book down here.
She went party now.
No, she's gone to party now, has she? I just say like, look, we're running 44th, we're 20 laps off the lead, there's still a long way to go. At this stage of the race, things haven't maybe gone to plan. How do you keep motivated? How do you keep pushing on and pushing on?
You want to finish it.
Just finish. Is that the key?
Finish.
Just finish.
First time here. We think we still can get first position, but I think it will be pretty hard.
It's only,
we can do it.
Well, you can do it.
If they all broke.
I mean, we've done 526 laps. The leaders have done 526 laps.
Can happen anything.
Ese es el espíritu, se mantiene la moral alta y la motivación, viendo que todavía en 17 horas pueden ocurrir muchas cosas. Nunca se sabe, ha habido algún año que ha llovido toda la noche, se salieron 14 karts de la pista, así que, bueno, puede ocurrir cualquier cosa. Anything can happen.
Anything can happen. So I tell you what, we're gonna close out this segment in a little bit. But out there, let's go trackside, because there's a big grandstand, and we'll just wander through here. Thank you very much. We'll come through here. So Luis, come on now. Oh, thank you very much. We're watching the graph, which shows that it's going down. That lap time's going down. But around here, you've got some sleeping arrangements there. There's Porky over there. Porky Pig. Yes. But the grandstand. So, you know, when you're not resting, and when you're not looking at the screens, and if you've got family members and friends here, the restaurant is still open. That's going to be open throughout the night. But we got to watch out! Don't trip over the
Cuidado por aquí, Luis, que tenemos. Sí, tenemos las tiendas de campañas de nuestros chicos que están descansando ahí dentro.
Oh, hello, by the way, busy drivers. Some people are still busy. Now, we'll have a little look in the grandstand. This is what the spectators are seeing. Let's go and we can turn around this way.
Aquí detrás justo tenemos las gradas porque, bueno, como veis están los compañeros, los equipos en los boxes. Hay gente también en el restaurante, pero aquí es donde viven la magia mucho de ellos. Justo aquí detrás, en estas gradas, vamos a encontrar a alguno de los miembros muy atentos a los chicos que tienen en la pista.
So, there we go now.
Anda, hello. Now is the time. Now is the time.
He's back. How are you? I'm doing all right.
Quizá no lo reconocéis sin las gafas. Without the sunglasses, maybe the people doesn't recognize you.
For the sunglasses now. A little bit dark for the sunglasses, but I'll get them back on tomorrow. Actually, I'll be on track tomorrow.
Yeah.
I still haven't done any driving, so...
No, there's several drivers that haven't done the driving yet because some of them it's for a weight reason, and the heavier drivers. For you, it was just
the weight reason. I was struggling anti-clockwise yesterday, and I was the quickest out of us clockwise. So got home to the villa, had a team meeting. We said, Alex, you're not allowed to do any anti-clockwise driving. You're only going out clockwise. So I've got 5 hours from about 1 a.m.
Well, I mean, 17 hours to go.
Yeah.
We're not even halfway. You guys, so this is Northwest Karting.
It is,
and
yes.
Northwest Karting are currently 38th.
Ooh. It was looking way better earlier. After qualifying, we were having a great time. Qualifying P10, we thought, oh, this is going to be brilliant. This is going to be easy. We may as well finish first at that point. And then the first few stints were good, but the next few stints we don't talk about. So
hey, the rough and the smooth. Well, I tell you what. Now, for those of you, thank you very much. Good luck. We'll be looking forward.
I will see you later.
Now, I tell you what, one thing. Now, when you say the words leisure karting and rental karting, you instantly think of, maybe, a fairground ride or some indoor track driving round at tiny little bits of speed. Come this way. Now, I don't know if Luis can get us through here, but these karts, these 390cc 4-stroke karts, are coming out of the final corner, downhill, across the front of the straight. Now, you tell me, what fairground in the world could you go that fast? When you get up close and personal, you realise just how quick these drivers are going.
Yes. Cuando estábamos arriba, de hecho, desde arriba no se ve lo rápido que van estos karts, cómo cogen estas curvas, y la verdad verlo de aquí abajo impresiona un poquito más y ves lo divertido que es y lo bien que se lo tienen que estar pasando.
So, the lead battle is on. Luis Duarte for the Asphalt Knights. There he goes. Leads by 2 seconds over Mold Racing. There they go. We'll head back up to the commentary box where it's a bit warmer. I mean, I'm fine, but...
Sí, ahora dice que está bien, pero ya aquí se siente el fresquito y nos vamos a ir a la speaker box de nuevo a seguir la retransmisión desde allí, un poquito más cálidos en ambiente.
Well, welcome back up here in the commentary box. And 535 laps have now elapsed. We left you when Mold Racing were moving out of the race lead into the pit lane for their 11th stop. We rejoin you with race leaders, the Asphalt Knights, in the pit lane for their 12th stop. So you're looking on your screen at what will be the new leader of this race, Andre Boom. Andre Boom for Mold Racing, team number 10, the Moldovan-based team. They've only got one Moldovan driver and 3 Germans. And there goes Andre Boom, his first stint in the kart. And he now leads this race again. I have lost track of the number of lead changes we have had. It is probably approaching at least 15 to 20 lead changes, if not more. And that is with the Asphalt Knights leading for a complete 3-hour stretch. Oh, somebody just in front of the leaders. They're kicking up a little bit of dust and dirt. And that was coming through turn 4. That driver went off track. Mold Racing, meanwhile, come out of turn number 7 through turn 8. Going up the hill, they go around turn number 9 now. Turn number 9 is the only corner on this circuit that will still be turn number 9. When we reverse the direction, and that will be happening in, well, with 15 hours to go, in about an hour and 45 minutes. So we've got a bit of time left on this broadcast. We've got another 15 minutes or so of this broadcast left. Then we're going to take a 1-hour break. And then we'll be back on broadcasting live for the changeover. So we'll do another hour or so then. We'll be going off air during the nighttime hours for about 6 or 7 hours. But then tomorrow we will be bringing you virtually all the action that will take place leading up to the 4 p.m. finish. We've got, this is the longest amount of streaming that this event has ever had. The WFR live TV crew doing a fantastic job. There's also lots of social media coverage on the KartCenter Campillos Instagram site, on the Instagram page, on the Facebook page, with photos, reels. Chris Jimenez and myself doing a lot of social media content as well. But you're watching the race leaders, Mold Racing, and they are 56 seconds in front of MRK Lions. They both made 11 pit stops as Mold Racing go past the number 31 kart. And the 31 kart, that is H3 Racing. Vladimir Bruno behind the wheel of that kart. That's the Moroccan entered team, although the majority of the drivers in that team are French. And they are running in 29th position, 10 laps now off the race leaders. As you can see, the best battle amongst the top 20 teams is for third position. Paquetis drivers are just 1.9 seconds in front of Buro 11 Need for Speed. Stas Kulakov behind the wheel of the Ukrainian kart. As you see drivers going out of the pit lane, there is the number 26 kart going out into the holding area. The number 26 team a little bit further down the order. That is 37th placed team belonging to Carlos Martin behind the wheel. That is the Pig Ventilera team. So a team that gave us, well, it was a lively interview, shall we say. Yes. So as we head back in for the final 10, 15 minutes of this particular broadcast, there are your race. Now, is that the mold? Yes, so the race leaders are in the pits now. Out gets Andre Blom. The MRK Lions team, one of the only teams here with the female team manager, and she is going to be Louise Brown's sister, is about to be celebrating going back into the race lead.
Hemos estado abajo, ya lo habéis visto en vuestras casas, con, por ejemplo, una de nuestras entrevistadas de esta noche, la hermana de Julie Browns, en este caso del equipo de MRK Lions, esta chica belga que es la única, creo, manager de los teams que tenemos aquí, esa mujer poderosa poniendo orden en su equipo.
Now, there's Nicholas Kruger getting back into the kart. We spoke to his teammates. Now, he's got a little bit of driving left to do, but he's going to be handing over to Octavian Lungi and Andre Blom for the majority of the second half of the race. I think he's been the star of the show so far. John Del Valle was pole position, but every time Nicholas has got into a kart, he's been electric to watch.
Sí, acabamos de ver en pantalla a Nicholas Kruger, que estaba ahí en el kart a punto de empezar su circuito, está esperando ahí va, ese stop and go, va a comenzar de nuevo a entrar en la pista. Tenía a Octavio, que va a comenzar también en su equipo en esa segunda parte de la noche con su estrategia, esa estrategia que han marcado para los chicos moldavos. Decía Henry que tenemos nosotros aquí a John del Valle, que ha ganado la pole position esta mañana, que es un piloto maravilloso, experto, pero cada vez que Nicholas Kruger entra en la pista, lo pone todo patas arriba y deja el ambiente muy tenso porque es un piloto excelente.
Yeah, so now he goes back out. Watch the gap. Now we'll wait because the MRK Lions, let's try and find the MRK Lions team number 18 on the circuit. Louise Brown is in the kart now, and in fact she's just behind this group of karts on the circuit as we wait to see in the orange race suit at the top of the hill. I think that's one of the Belarusian drivers. Louise Brown is probably coming around turn number 10 now, and the gap, well, is now 36 seconds, but in second place is Stas Kulikov for the Buro 11 Need for Speed team, and Mold Racing will come out, not even in third place, fourth place. So Asphalt Knights and Mold Racing, when we were down in front of the grandstand, Chris, they were battling for the race lead. They've now both pitted, they're now battling for third and fourth. The Asphalt Knights have got back in front of Mold Racing.
Cuando hemos bajado a los boxes a ver a los teams, nos habíamos dejado a los chicos de Alpha Knight y a los chicos de Mold Racing mano a mano en esa batalla por el primer y el segundo puesto. Ahora que hemos subido, tenemos aquí a los mismos chicos en ese tercer y cuarto puesto, pero tened en cuenta que ellos han hecho ya sus 12ª parada en ese pit stop. Entonces, vamos a ver Louise Brown en esa primera posición y los chicos de Brown, perdón, de los ucranianos. Nuestro Stas Kulakov, que está ahora también ese Buro 11 en esa segunda posición. Vamos a ver cuánto tiempo aguantan ahí con Alpha Knight y Mold Racing detrás.
Now I think we're looking at on screen, is that our race leader on screen. Let's have a quick look coming down the hill. Yes, so this is Louise Brown on your screens now. That is your race leader by 36 seconds. Now, so it's night time. All these drivers. So we've spoken to Louise's sister, the team boss. What do you think? Knowing now from woman to woman, what do you think that the message was to Louise about how to control the pace as we approach 11:30 local time?
Pues tal y como Henry me pregunta para vosotros en casa, algo que estamos viendo en pantalla, Louise Brown en esa primera posición con su equipo MRK Lions desde Bélgica, su hermana liderando y siendo la manager, la cabeza, la voz de ese equipo, están mandando un mensaje muy claro desde mi punto de vista. Las chicas también tienen un hueco en el mundo del kart al mismo nivel y de la misma forma que los chicos. Si a falta de palabras, una prueba, ahí las tenemos. Su hermana, este par de hermanas maravillosas, enfocadas y concentradas en liderar el circuito, y lo están haciendo muy bien.
Now, while we're on before we talk about the racing, as we're looking at Louise Brown, passing slower drivers, let's have a word about the marshalling team here at Campillos, and we're looking at yellow flags waving at the top of the hill. Somebody has gone off. There it is on your cameras. They've gone off coming down the hill. That looks like it's a big failure of the brakes. Well done, the marshalling team. Now, the driver is okay and has gone off, but now this is 45 drivers. That marshal waves yellow flags. So the drivers will know there is a problem. There's a yellow light waving at the top of the hill. So you'll see the drivers now. They should be slowing down. Oh, some of them aren't slowing down enough, I've got to say. And the marshal now getting that barrier back in place. The marshals are the most important people in all of motorsport. They have been standing out on post. Yes, they've been relieved and shift changes, but I've marshalled. It is you have to really love this sport to stand out there in rain, wind, snow, sunshine. It's a hard job, but their job is to keep everyone safe.
Si veíamos en pantalla justo que habían sacado una bandera amarilla, estaba ahí ondeándola uno de los miembros del equipo, y nos contaba Henry que en este caso, por ejemplo, al sacar la bandera amarilla está anunciando algún tipo de peligro y que deben estar muy atentos nuestros pilotos en la pista. Algún tipo de dificultad, cualquier cosa que haya que anunciar. Estos miembros del equipo están ahí anunciándolo con la bandera para que no haya ningún tipo de peligro ni de infortunio durante la carrera. Es un trabajo ultra importante. Estos chicos que están haciendo este trabajo en la pista con las banderas están ahí, haga lluvia, viento, frío, sol, da igual. Como decía Henry, deben amar este deporte porque son muchas horas las que pasan ahí a la intemperie fuera, muy atentos, sin moverse y con una responsabilidad muy grande.
Now, we didn't get a number check on that kart. It may have been, I'm trying to see who it was. It could have been, looking at the lap times, OTK Racing. Steph Everts has just pitted and he's done a slow lap coming into the pits, so possibly the number 19 team that had the problem there. We will have to see, but the main thing is, now what has that done to Louise Brown's lead? It's down to 33 seconds. So Stas Kulikov has already gained a couple of seconds, and Niklas Kruger for Mold Racing is now in front of the Asphalt Knights for third position. So Mold Racing pick up a position once again.
Bueno, nos contaba Henry que posiblemente, según vemos aquí en la parrilla en ese live timing, el equipo número 19, los chicos de OKT Racing, han debido de tener algún tipo de problema. Para empezar, porque están en ese pit stop, no sabemos exactamente qué es lo que ha pasado, ahora nos enteraremos, pero sí que ha dejado de salir esos sectores en pantalla, así que ya nos contarán y nos pondrán al día. Seguimos liderando en cabeza con Luis Brum en ese primer puesto, esos chicos de MRK Lions. Buro y Level, los ucranianos, siguen muy de cerca a 23 segundos en el puesto número 2. Y tenemos a Niklas Krager en el puesto número 3, este tridente que está comiéndose ahora mismo el circuito.
Now, on your screens, we are just trying to see the 4 drivers on the track that we are looking at. They are going down the hill, past the site of that incident earlier on, into the final corner. These are the 4 karts that are just in front of Louise Brown. Louise Brown is, Louise Brown going across the start-finish right now. So they're a little bit away in front of our race leader. Just trying to see who they are on track. Now, this could be the 47 kart and the 32 kart, because NRG team, the Never Racing Gladiators, are battling with Chovtrans Frankart from the Czech Republic. Oh, and a little bit of door handling there. Drivers with their hand in the air saying, we're not happy about that. Hoping that the race officials will be watching them, but yes.
Sí, lo estamos viendo en pantalla. Entre ellos se comunican porque, bueno, ahí van cerrándose en banda, van casi seguidos unos detrás de otros. Entonces podemos ver incluso cómo se hablan unos pilotos a otros, las manitas ahí alzadas, algo se están diciendo.
So, as we look at that group going up the hill towards turn number 13, now down the hill, and again, the drivers are going flat out there, coming down there. That's where the barriers were, and now you've just seen how fast those karts are going down the hill. There's not a lot of time to react. It's, the drivers are all very skilled indeed.
Vosotros a lo mejor desde la pantalla, si os pasa como a mí, no se llega a apreciar la velocidad que llevan a veces estos karts. Cuando hemos estado abajo, el nivel de velocidad es alto para el circuito. Entonces hay veces que es muy difícil reaccionar y tener esa capacidad de reacción rápida, pero bueno, nuestros pilotos están más que experimentados ya y no tienen ningún tipo de problema.
Now let's have a little look. Here's the group coming around. Can't see the numbers in the dark, although that yellow bell crash helmet you can see on the driver coming in there. It is quite difficult to make out who is where as they head up the hill. But MRK Lions still lead this race. They are a little bit behind this battle. Louise Brown has got 2 karts directly in front of her. She's right at the top of the circuit, coming downhill now. And again, apologies, it's very tricky to see the numbers on some of these karts as they battle their way through the night. But we've got 16 hours and 30 minutes to go. One of those karts now heads into the pits. We'll soon find out who was. Now that was escudelecart.com. Is it escudelecart.com? Escudelecart.com coming into the pits. So that is out of 5th position. So they were on the lead lap. Now they're in the pits. That will put us down to 4 karts on the lead lap. So still 4 karts after what is now 13 and a half hours of racing. That's good.
Pues sí, estamos a punto de terminar este directo y seguimos teniendo a Luis Brown en cabeza, muy seguida de Stad Kulakov, de los chicos ucranianos y de Nicolas Kratzer. Tenemos que recordar que, mira, ahora mismo justo Buro 11, los chicos de Ucrania también han hecho su pit stop, ese pit stop 12. Vamos a ver cuándo lo hace Luis Brown. En este caso le queda esa parada para incorporarse en su pits 12 también. Y todo puede cambiar en este tridente que teníamos aquí en estas posiciones.
So we watch the Buro 11 Need for Speed team coming out of second place into the pits. That will hand a bigger advantage back to Louise Brown. We are going to take a 1 hour break and we'll be back for the changeover in 1 hour's time. So as you leave us, as the leader, Louise Brown runs lap 550. She is 1 minute and 12 seconds in front of Mold Racing's Nicholas Kruger. We'll be back in 1 hour.
Nos vemos en 1 hora de nuevo aquí. No os despeguéis de la pantalla.